which now has taken over. Now the important thing here is, how do we begin to understand the beloved? There's a beautiful statement I'd like you to listen to, and listen to it with all your heart right now, because if you begin to understand the statement, you begin to understand how perfect the beloved is. And and I hope that we'll all explore it together, okay? The best statement I've ever read was taken from A Course in Miracles about the beloved, which is so the perfection of the beloved. And it says this: the opposite of love is fear. But that which is all-encompassing has no opposite. You see? So the beloved has no opposite. Now please understand this. Begin to see what this means. So right now I'd like you to get involved, okay? So when we say the beloved sees no opposite, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to you when we say the beloved sees no opposite?
It's an experience. It's just, everything is just an experience.
So there is no good or bad at this point,
yeah,
right? Because it sees no opposite.
It just is.
Just is. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's go into more. So can there be judgment? No, because there's no opposite. Can there be comparing? No, because there is no opposite. Can we even rationalize it? Can we even choose it? Can we decide it? No, because it sees no opposite. Isn't it beautiful? Does it see evil? Does it see wrong? No, it sees no opposite. Doesn't that blow you away? And yet it's so simple. It's so simple. Now, if from now on you walk out of that door and allow yourself not to see any opposite, everything is okay, you can begin to feel that very energy. When we talked about the 4 stages, okay, please remember, these 4 stages can be swallowed up in no time at all. They don't have to, they seem to take place because these people are not attending satsangs or talks. You see, so people go through a process for discovering for themselves, but if they have guidance, the discovery can be instantaneous. Because it's all we ever want. Just like the person who's an alcoholic. You see, when he drinks, he's drunk. You see, and he likes being drunk, because when he's drunk, he forgets. He forgets himself. And he's without inhibitions. Without the idea of right and wrong, or people will talk about me. At that moment, he doesn't give a damn. You see? But the moment he becomes sober, what happens? He wants to drink again, because he cannot take it. You see? And it doesn't work. Same with drugs. It gives you a high. Why do we want a high? Why?
To vacate the mind.
To vacate the mind. To escape from what is, too. Because when you are totally without the ego controller, you are in a high. But that high is called the in love with the beloved. Okay? So what we call an awakened human being is simply in love. That's it. They're not in love with something, because the beloved is not something. It is. It is everything. It is everyone. It is you. Really. It is you without an ego. It is you who's now watching, seeing, experiencing. But let's discover more how beautiful that is. Beloved sees no opposite. Let's have some more. Let's have some.
Fear, then. No fear.
No fear. But what if there is fear? It sees no opposite, you see. So what if there is fear? Can anybody...
Fear is just an emotional experience passing through the body, and it's as beautiful as anything else.
Very good. And if you, and we'll go further into it, if you explore what fear is, feel it out. Fear is nothing more than the fear of not having love. fear of rejection, fearing left, fear of being absent, fear of loneliness, fear of isolation, fear of dying because you're going to be alone or no more. You see? We want to belong, we want to be part of, we want that oneness, we want that connection which is the beloved. You see? Well, that's what fear is. So when you discover the beloved as yourself, which of course there's the death of the ego at that point, then you're alive. And that aliveness can be in anything. So even if fear comes into you at that moment, even that is the beloved, because you see fear is nothing more than the need for love or the frustration of love. See? So whatever you see, you don't see an opposite.
Anger as well?
Anger as well. I'll tell you what, because there's nothing like direct experience. Because one thing this is something that I do with my clients, is to make them experience whatever is happening, through the body. Because when you do that, then it becomes channeled. And Jerry said something so beautiful. When you experience it as it is, you'll find it's not the way you thought it was. You see? And it's true. So now, just think of an experience of, let's say, anger. Let's say you experience anger at the moment. If you try to avoid it, then you're opposing it. Aren't you? If you say it shouldn't be there, I shouldn't be angry because I'm a spiritual person, you're opposing it. So what can you do? I'll tell you.
Let it be until, it too will pass. So let it be and listen to it. And
so let's do that.
So just whatever energy it's bringing, it's kind of like that too is an experience.
That too is an experience.
So, sometimes it can be like really juicy, but, it's like, hey, at least I'm feeling it, and it's like, it's coming, and,
yeah.
It's who cares why it's coming, even if the thoughts produced it.
Are you talking from experience? Or
yeah, just even if the thoughts produced it, and those thoughts were, let's say, distorted, so what? So that's,
okay.
So it's, for me...
So how would you... Okay, let's do that now. Let's do it now. Pretend that there is anger in you. Okay? Anger is happening right now in you. Now, what is the beloved? A feeling of aliveness. Right? Just like seeing an innocent child. Okay? It's alive, it's innocent, it's blissful, it's happy. That's the aliveness. But did you know that if you feel the anger in your body, and of course it's your mind that's saying, oh, I shouldn't have, they're taking control, I should control them, I don't like this. This is the mind. But if you experience it, the anger itself, as it is, okay, as it actually is, just like Jerry said, you experience it in the body, you will see the aliveness of it. So right now, let's assume that you're angry. Okay? Anger happened. But you want the beloved, like, you've attended satsang and now you're saying, no, I cannot escape it, I cannot deny it, I cannot fight it, I cannot seek revenge, because it doesn't work. It only makes me more miserable, and it affects my health. And it's in contradiction to my energy. So now, since the beloved sees no opposite, the anger is not opposite. So I experience it. And I experience it without the story connected with in your mind. And see the energy. And see the energy in your body. I'll tell you what, close your eyes for a moment. Put your hands at your side. Close to your knees. Okay. Right now, it's the easiest thing is to focus on your hands. So focus on your hands right now. Do not move them. And as you focus on your hands, feel the pulsation of energy and the warmth that is always there. But relax the hands. Do not hold on to your thighs or anything. Just relax them. Just feel how alive they really are. Feel the blood pulsating through them. Feel them throbbing. Feel the energy.